Will Nothing Phone 1 be better than the Xiaomi 12s? Well, I will be highlighting the rumored specs of the Nothing Phone 1 and the earlier announced specs of the Xiaomi 12s side by side. At the end of this video, I will tell you which one I think will be better and the reasons. Let's get started with the display. The Nothing Phone 1 will have a 6.55 inches screen size, while the Xiaomi 12s will have a 6.28 inches screen size. The screen of the Nothing Phone 1 will be slightly bigger than the Xiaomi 12s. The Nothing Phone 1 and the Xiaomi 12s will have a 1080 by 2400 pixels resolution display. With the PPI density of the Nothing Phone 1 being 402 ppi and the Xiaomi 12s a 419 ppi, the Xiaomi 12s will have a clearer screen. The Xiaomi 12s will feature a dynamic AMOLED display, while the Nothing Phone 1 will feature an OLED display type. Also, both phones will have the same refresh rate of 120 Hz. The Xiaomi 12s will have a Gorilla Glass Victus Plus screen protector, while Nothing Phone 1 won't. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that. I will appreciate it if you do that. Performance-wise, the Xiaomi 12s will have an octa-core processor up to 3.19 GHz, while the Nothing Phone 1 will have an octa-core processor up to 2.5 GHz. Xiaomi 12s will have a faster processor in this case. However, both the Nothing Phone 1 and the Xiaomi 12 South will run on Android 12 with the Nothing OS and MIUI 13 respectively. A Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset will be on the Xiaomi 12s, while on the Nothing Phone 1 will be a Snapdragon 778G plus 5G. The Nothing Phone 1 will have an Adreno 643L graphics processing unit, while the Xiaomi 12s an Adreno 730L. In terms of memory, both the Xiaomi 12s and Nothing Phone 1 will come in 128GB to 256GB of storage. Meanwhile, the maximum RAM in both phones will be a 12GB RAM. Also, the Nothing 1 and the Xiaomi 12s will not have a memory card slot. Looking at the camera of both phones, the Nothing Phone 1 will feature a rear camera setup of a 50-megapixel wide-angle camera supported by a 16-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera. While the Xiaomi 12s will feature a similar camera setup, a 50-megapixel wide-angle camera, supported by a 13-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera, and a 5-megapixel telephoto camera. Looking at the video quality, the Nothing Phone 1 will shoot in 8K at 24 frames per second and the Xiaomi 12s will shoot in 4K at 30 frames per second. On the front of the Nothing Phone 1 is a 16-megapixel wide camera, while on the Xiaomi 12s is a 32-megapixel wide camera. Here, the selfie camera of the Xiaomi 12s will be better than the Nothing Phone 1. Both phones' selfie cameras will shoot in 1080p. Let's look at the battery capacity. The Nothing Phone 1 and the Xiaomi 12s will be powered with a 4500 mAh battery. Meanwhile, the Nothing Phone 1 will have a fast charging of 45 watts, while the Xiaomi 12s has a 67 watts fast charging. Xiaomi 12s will charge faster than the Nothing Phone 1. Phone 1 and the 12s will have wireless charging and wireless reverse charging. Both phones will feature 5G connectivity, a loudspeaker, wireless LAN, Bluetooth, GPS, and NFC without a 3.5 jack. Overall, the Nothing Phone 1 will be better than the Xiaomi 12s in the comparison score. In my opinion, the Xiaomi 12s will only surpass the Nothing Phone 1 in its faster chipset and 8K video shooting ability. The Nothing Phone 1 still will be excellent. Which one do you think is better for you? Leave your thoughts in the comments section and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank you.